Hi, I'm Shelley Wood, and this is my tiny sewing room where I make doll clothes sewing videos. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple mini skirt with a little bit of lace trim, and it should fit vintage Barbie dolls, modern Barbie dolls, and similar sized fashion dolls. Before we begin, please go to my website shelleywood.com to download and print this free PDF sewing pattern. There's a link in the description below to help you find it. Use the View A pattern to cut out a length of fabric. Now I've cut on the fold as it shows on the View A pattern, and you'll want to do the same thing. Fold one of the long sides of your fabric swatch. Now normally I do a double fold hem, but for this project we'll only fold once for the hem before we hem it all along that long edge. I used my sewing machine to create this hem. Measure a length of lace trim and cut it to fit along your hem. My lace is very narrow, it's like 5 to 7 millimeters wide, but of course you could use a wider lace trim. If you like my miniature lace trim and you'd like to own some for your own projects, please leave a message in the comments. I own a ton of this stuff, and I mean a ton, and I can add it to my online store on my website shelleywood.com. If anyone's interested in buying it by the yard, just let me know. Stitch the lace to the wrong side of your garment, following the edge of the hem that you've created from one end to the other. On the opposite side from the finished hem, fold your skirt once and then a second time, with the second fold being a centimeter wide. Alright, so if you're not sure what I'm talking about, your pattern is marked for this. You fold once, just a tiny fold, okay, and then you fold a second time, and this is opposite from where our hem is. And then compare to the pattern and see if you've got that casing wide enough. Now what we're doing is we're creating what's called a casing here. You're going to whip stitch along the bottom of the casing. It's okay to use a sewing machine for this, but personally I prefer to sew a casing by hand because you have better precision with it. And as I stitch along the casing edge, now and then I like to check to ensure that both ends of the skirt are going to match in length. So what I mean by that is I'm in the middle of sewing my casing here, okay, and what I do is I fold it in half like this, and then I look to see top to bottom, casing to lace, is it the same length, and if not, use this moment to adjust it. Measure your doll's waist and cut elastic to fit, and that's what I'm doing here. I just use like regular children's school scissors for that. Attach a safety pin to one end of the elastic. Send the elastic through your casing, holding the elastic in place with a straight pin on each side of the casing. Okay, that's a little confusing. So here I am inserting my little safety pin inside the casing, and then you can see that I have attached a straight pin on each side. So your skirt should look like this. Fold the skirt in half, keeping right sides together. Stitch along the raw edge of fabric using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Invert the skirt Okay, so I've sewn it up and now I'm going to turn it right side out, just like this. So cute. And now you're ready to try the skirt on a doll. For more free printable PDF sewing patterns for making doll clothes that will fit dolls of many shapes and all different sizes, please remember to visit my website, shelleywood.com.
What if there was an easy way to take a big doll pattern and resize it to fit a little doll, or vice versa? I'm Shelley Wood, the doll clothing designer, and in my pattern alteration class, I'm going to share with you my resizing formula.
But don't worry, you don't have to be really good at math to learn how to take a pattern you already own and make adjustments to that pattern so it will fit a different doll. And that's just one feature of pattern alterations. In my class, you'll also learn how to shorten and lengthen a pair of pants, and how to turn a pair of pants into shorts, or how to widen them at the waist, and even how to lengthen the inseam for taller dolls. We'll also learn how to adjust a skirt, making skirts that are more full or less full for a totally different look, and I'll show you how to create a gusset for a dress bodice, and how to design your own waistband for a skirt based on your doll's measurements. I'll walk you through the steps to several different pattern alterations, teaching you how to lengthen and shorten shirt sleeves, and how to make felt prototypes before you finalize your pattern. Regardless of the size or shape of the doll you enjoy sewing for, altering your patterns will help you turn your creative ideas for making original doll clothes into a variety of patterns for making shirts, pants, shorts, skirts, and dresses.
I invite you to join me. We are going to have so much fun.